Hi, and welcome to the very first edition of Calvin's Got Game, a board game review channel where we're going to review some board games that are kind of probably not your mainstream and probably not something you always see. We'll be doing games that are fun, and that's what I think board games are, is they need to be fun for your gaming group. And if they're fun for your gaming group, it doesn't matter if they're a big box chain store game that's mass produced or a designer game that's hard to find. I think that if you enjoy playing board games, whatever it is that brings people to the table, that's what you need to play. So without further ado, what I'd like to do is introduce you to myself by giving you my top 5 board games that I really enjoy playing. So without any further ado, we're going to get to that. And my number 5 is Bang the Dice Game. Bang the Dice Game is by guochi, and I may have pronounced that wrong, but guochi games, and it is from 3 to 8 players. It takes 15 minutes to play. This game, you roll dice. You're trying to knock out the sheriff if you're the outlaws. If you're the deputy, you're trying to help save the sheriff. And if you're the renegade, you're trying to kill everybody. But they're hidden roles, so nobody knows who it is except for the sheriff. This is a quick game. It's a nice filler game if you've played a larger game with your game group and you still want to play a game but you kind of spent from that 2 hour to 4 hour game, or if you're warming up the game group before you get there, this is the game that you want to play. Bang the Dice Game. A great little filler game. If you like rolling dice, this is the game for you. My number 5 is Bang the Dice Game. My number 4 is Citadels. Citadels is a card game. It's got bluffing. It's got hidden roles as well. You're picking a new role each turn. This game is by Fantasy Flight Games. It is 2 to 8 players. It's 20 to 60 minutes long. And for my game group, we probably hit about 45 minutes. Depending on how fast everybody plays and how many we have playing. I think if you get up to the 8 range, it will take you that 60 minutes. This has hidden roles, as I mentioned earlier. In each turn, you're going to get a different role. It's a bluffing game, and if you really have some competitive folks that you play board games with, this game right here can really get heated. We have a lot of great discussions, and people feel like they're getting picked on in my gaming group. But I really love this game. It's a kind of a cutthroat game at times. Citadels, what a great game. I kind of putting it off for a while, getting this game, because everybody seemed to love it. And sometimes when everybody loves a game, it's not my cup of tea. But this game here was my cup of tea. Citadels, my number 4. My number 3 game is a genre I really love, and it's the zombie genre. And my number 3 is Run, Fight, or Die. Run, Fight, or Die is made by 8th Summit. It's from 1 to 4 players. It takes about 30 to 60 minutes. I enjoy playing this game. I enjoy the aspect that it's a one-player game. This game is really fun to play. It has zombie miniatures in it, male and female, so they don't discriminate on that. You have different roles as well that have different abilities. Run, Fight, or Die, a great zombie game. You're fighting off zombies from the moment you start, and you're on the edge of your seat each time it's your turn to try to get those zombies backed away. And sometimes they overwhelm you. It is just a great game. I enjoy playing this game by myself. It's a one-player game. Can't say enough about Run, Fight, or Die. It's a great game. Great miniatures. Just the dice are great. Everything in this game is high quality. It is a good game. Run, Fight, or Die. My next game is one of the longest games that I have in my collection that I play, and it is called Arkham Horror. Arkham Horror is the Call of Cthulhu mythos that a lot of people like. It's a fantasy flight game as well. It's from 1 to 8 players, and this granddaddy of them all takes about 2 to 4 hours. This is a huge game. This box is heavy. Has a lot of stuff that comes in this box. The board takes up a good part of your table. So you might think about getting an extra table when you're playing this game, because there's a lot of stuff in this box. Some of my gaming group is not a big fan of playing 2 to 4 hour games, so we really have to plan our day out when we do this game. So this game is just an awesome game. Like I said, I like the zombie, the whole horror genre of game. And I know that a lot of people think that Eldritch Horror has replaced Arkham Horror. I've never played Eldritch Horror. I hope to. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Give me your comments and let me know what you think about whether it has or it hasn't replaced it. I tend to like Arkham Horror. Yes, it's a little longer. Yes, the rules are kind of quirky. Yes, there's some things that you can make a house rule on in the game just to move the game along. But I think this game is a really good game. Can't complain. Money well spent on Arkham Horror. My number 1 game got me back into board gaming after I've been in board gaming pretty much all my life since I was a kid. And my mother, I have to credit her for getting me into that. The bottom 3 games, my number 5, number 4, and number 3, she's played them all. She's 75 years old and she still likes them. She still likes playing board games today. So when I was a kid, we'd play a lot of board games during, bad weather, winter, snowing outside, couldn't go outside, or you couldn't go outside anymore because you were too cold. Rainy days, we played mass market games, Monopoly, and we did Parker Brothers, anything about Parker Brothers, and the other guys that make those games, Parker Brothers, and anyway. So we'd play the mass market games. I went to a game store probably a while back, probably about 4 years ago with my oldest son, and there was a guy there that brought out a game called Betrayal House on the Hill. Betrayal House on the Hill blew me away. Betrayal House on the Hill is by Wizards of the Coast. It's an old Avalon Hill game. This game here really just blew me away. I hadn't seen anything like it. I'd been playing all mass market games that you buy at big stores by Milton Bradley and Parker Brothers. I had no idea these games existed. So, Betrayal House on the Hill is a 3 to 6 player game. It takes about an hour to play. It's a fun game. It has 50 different endings. I haven't played them all yet. They got cool miniatures in here. This game is exciting because you build the house as you go, and I think that's one of the aspects that really got me. Was this game it changes because the house is different every time, and there's 50 different endings. Like I said, I haven't played them all, and even if I repeat some, the game group I'm playing with or the way the house is built, they all act differently. There may be a room in the house that you need to find, or that you have to place out there and you haven't found it yet to win the game. So Betrayal House on the Hill got me back into gaming. It was a game that I fell in love with, and that's why Betrayal House on the Hill is my number 1. We will be doing other board game reviews. Like I said, probably some games you've not heard of or that are big box games. But I believe if you enjoy playing the games, bring them to the table. It doesn't matter what type they are. Card games, dice games, or just roll and move games. It doesn't matter. Hey, I appreciate you watching, and be looking forward to seeing you next time on Calvin's Got Game.